Yo, what's going on, you guys? Today we're gonna be not necessarily reacting to a video. We're gonna do something new. So basically, what I'm gonna be doing on from here on out, instead of turning into or being a reaction channel to one game, one or two games here and there, maybe I would react to the marquee matchup of the night. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead, go through all the games, go through all the scores, and if there's any major stories in there, I'll go ahead and talk about it. And through each game, I'm just going ahead and give my take on it. So instead of just reacting to a whole, highlight game, I'm just going to go through all the games and then give my key points on every game that I see if there's any news going on. All right, so let's go. Okay, so 3 words: Jason freaking Tatum. I mean, what a game from the Clippers versus Celtics. This is an instant classic. Now, the end score was 133 to 141. Boston Celtics winning. Behind Jason Tatum's 39 points, 9 rebounds, and Marcus Smart 31 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And with the Clippers, we have Kawhi with 28 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and Lou freaking Williams, 6 man, 35 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. My God, Lou Will was an absolute terror tonight. Now, I know what you're going to say. The Clippers might have gotten robbed on this one. I know there was a play at the end of the... I forgot which overtime it was, or if it was regular. I forgot. I'm still really sick, and I can't seem to process my thoughts correctly. But there was a play where Lou Williams, I'm going to go ahead and put it up so you guys can see. Lou Williams made a 3-point shot and one, was supposed to be and one, and they wave off the shot. And that ultimately costed them, obviously the points. So this game, going to double overtime, was a crazy one. Jason Tatum just pouring buckets from all over the court. You got the defensive plays from Gordon Hayward at the end too. I mean, what a game. Now, what I want to talk about is the Celtics look really, really good, and I don't think they get enough talk behind the major media outlets. To me, they're a team that can definitely come out of the East. Their biggest problem would be the Milwaukee Bucks. But if Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Marcus Smart, you got Kemba, if they can keep playing, if they can keep playing at the level they are playing at, there's not many teams that can stop them in a 7-game series. I just don't believe it. If they play like this and Jason Tatum can turn into the superstar that he's supposed to be or that he was made out to be, they can definitely make it out the East this year. If not this year, next year, but they will definitely be winning the championship soon. Now, after this loss, I immediately went on Twitter and I saw some stuff about the Clippers, and a lot of people are giving the Clippers some yak, you know what I'm saying? And you have Paul George for 4 points, and I know he left the game with a hamstring, but Paul George is not looking good. Paul George, we know he's had some health issues. He had surgery on both of his shoulders, and that was the main talk coming into the season, was that the Lakers are so fragile. AD is so fragile. He gets hurt easily. But they failed to mention Paul George, and Paul George has not been the healthiest in the past years. As again, he left the game with a hamstring. Who knows how long that's gonna keep on? Hopefully he comes back soon. You don't like to see players get injured in any way, shape, or form. But that is going to be an issue moving forward. And luckily, I think, thankfully, they have Marcus Morris, who isn't Paul George, but can definitely bring you some things that Paul George was able to do. But Paul George just definitely has to stay healthy. He has to stay healthy. And Kawhi Leonard, I think he had to demand the ball a little bit more. He shot 16% for the 3. That is not good at all. It is not going to get it done. Although he was pretty effective, for the most part, he was a -8 on the game. No Clipper was a positive. besides like Montrezl Harrell, who also had a monster game with 24 points and 13 rebounds. He definitely was a problem down low for the Celtics. And I think, and I think that's going to be the main issue for the Celtics, is stopping the big guy, especially like Giannis coming down the paint. But I don't know. What do you guys think? This game was a crazy one. Double overtime, instant classic. You got young JT versus a well-established player, Kawhi Leonard, and just their whole team from both sides putting in so much work. But man, I don't know. What do you guys think? This game was crazy. I hope to see more games like this, and this would definitely be a great matchup in the finals to watch. Definitely. I can't wait to see more of it. All right, let's go on to the next up. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans do fall a bit short on this one, with the score ending at 118-123. Of course, Thunder winning this game. We had pretty good games here from both sides. We got Danilo Gallinari with 29 points and 2 rebounds. We got CP3 with his double-double, 14 points, 12 assists, and also chipping in 8 rebounds. We got Dennis Schroeder off the bench with 22 points. Nice production they're getting from Dennis Schroeder here. On the other side, we got Zion with 32 points and 6 rebounds. Drew Holiday with his own double-double. We got 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 11 assists. Also, with JJ Redick chipping in 24 points of his own off the bench. Now, these are two, I want to say the Pelicans and Oklahoma City Thunder at full strength are evenly matched teams. But I think what separates them is the fact that Oklahoma has Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul is not the Chris Paul he used to be, but he is still lethal. I want to say he's averaging around 20 points. I'm not exactly too sure. He's averaging around 20 points. He's been through it all before. He's a winner. He's a savvy veteran. He knows how to play the game. He's smart. He knows how to lead his guys. And then he's also teaching or mentoring Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who didn't have a big game. He did have 17 points and 7 assists, which is pretty good, but we've seen him do way better. But the fact that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a mentor like CP3, he is he is a very dangerous weapon to have, and him and CP3 as your backcourt, I think that's what separates them here a little bit. Now, I want to talk about the Pelicans here. Zion Williamson should have the offense ran through him, and it did look like that towards like the fourth quarter. Zion was just getting all the lobs. He was getting offensive boards. He was doing everything right. But I think when it comes to crunch time, although JJ Redick did have some really, really big shots, I think that at the end of the day, the offense should be ran through Zion Williamson, as you can just dump the ball down low to him. He'll do whatever. He'll do what he got to do. Put it like that. He'll get his buckets. Now, I think what can really elevate this team is having Lonzo Ball be a lot more consistent. I'm talking about, I know Lonzo Ball is a pass first guard. He likes to get others involved. He makes everyone around him better. But what can truly make this team elite is Lonzo Ball just being that third option, that floor general that just corrals everybody, being a leader in the on the lineup, because I know they moved JJ Redick to the bench, and I know he's a great leader, and JJ Redick is a great teammate. You hear it all in his past teams. He's never missed the playoffs, and it's looking like that this year. But Brandon Ingram being out, I think that they could have won this game. Like I said, I think they're two pretty evenly matched teams, but I don't know. I mean, I think I think a lot, but I know that having Brandon Ingram was or not having Brandon Ingram tonight is a big loss. But they should have. I feel like they should have won this game. I feel like there was a lot of defensive mistakes. I think that just comes along with having such a young team, But they still played really great. As far as the Thunder, they're looking really good, and nobody expected them to be in this situation. With the whole CP3 trade, everybody thought he was just gonna ask for a trade. He didn't want to be there. That team didn't have winning aspirations. They're looking to rebuild. because of all, they got a haul for Paul George. They got an absolute haul for Paul George, and I think Sam Presti deserves a lot of credit for that, because we know Paul George and Russell Westbrook weren't going to win anything together. So, it sucks that they did have to let Westbrook go, as he is the Oklahoma City Thunder, or he was, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And I think that move was great, because having a nucleus of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and then you have players like Dennis Schroeder and then Steven Adams, and then all those picks that you're going to come with that are going to come through, you have a very, very solid looking future. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. There's only 2 games today, which is cool, but which is pretty damn all right. I feel like these 2 games really held its own. I think that these 2 games were great. The Clippers, Celtics, Oklahoma City, and Pelicans, they were really good games to watch. All-Star breaks coming up. I feel like we can all use a break. My throat's killing me, my head is pounding, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys, because I wanted to do a new concept for my channel, and I enjoyed really making this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. For the question of the day, I want to start doing a question of the day type video at the end of my video, so you guys can answer them in the comments, and then on my next video I can go ahead and look through the comments and start talking about your answers for the previous video's question. So for this question, do the Pelicans have a chance at making the playoffs this year? There's a lot of talk. I know they're in the playoff race with them and the Blazers. You got Memphis and the Spurs in the mix. Do you think the Pelicans have a legit shot to make it to the playoffs? If so, let me know down below. If not, let me know let me know as well. Do you think they do? Do you think they don't? What do they need to change? What do they need to work on? Let me know. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Peace.